Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I could film a little bit more of a daily vlog as I take you along with me for the day and attempt to craft and curate the ultimate dream bookish day. Typically, I will film my vlogs throughout the span of about a week or so, and I just capture a few different moments throughout the days and then put it together into some sort of complete video, but I thought it'd be fun today to zoom in a little bit, I guess, and just spend the day together. I did quickly learn that I do not do enough things in one day to make an interesting, complete video, so I do also have a couple clips from the next few days, since there were just a couple more things that I thought I could share with you. The reason why I wanted to film this video on this day in particular, Tuesday, February 11th, is because this is actually the release day for probably my most anticipated book of the year, which is Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. I feel like I have talked a lot about this series recently and how much I love it and how it's become an all-time favorite, and so I have just been so excited for this release to come out. I also think it's just a little bit of fun to make book release days almost as holidays of sorts, and because my mom also really enjoys the series, we decided to just make a whole little bookish day out of it. We headed to our favorite local bookstore, we also went out for lunch afterwards, I have lots of reading that I'm going to do of course, and then just a few other activities that I wanted to share from the rest of the week. I feel like my days and routines have definitely been a lot slower lately. I've been enjoying this kind of late winter, spring transitional period, just taking the days slowly, one by one. I've been doing lots of reading and a lot of other cozy activities. The spring and summer are definitely going to be very busy times for me. Some traveling, I will be moving in the summer, which is very exciting, and so I'm just trying to appreciate these days of peace and slowness. As you saw, I started out my morning doing some reading outside, which has just been my favorite thing. I stopped doing it in the wintertime because it was just very cold in the mornings, but the weather has been so nice. We've had some gloomy days, a little bit of rain, some sunny days, and I'm just feeling very excited because this is definitely my favorite time of the year. I love the spring season so much. I've also definitely been trying to focus more on my morning routines, and I think for me the perfect way to start the morning is outside with my matcha, with a good book, and then I'll head inside to kind of tidy up my room and get ready for the day, so that is just what I'm doing now. It is also time to kind of start packing up my things, so I've been starting to kind of go through and clear out some things in my room. Pretty soon I'll need to take down and pack up all my books, which is a little bit sad, but I will say I have been enjoying having a bit of a tidier, cleaner room. I've definitely shown this bookshop a couple of times on my channel before, but it is truly just one of my favorite places in the world, one of my favorite bookshops that I've ever been to. I think this goes for any type of thrifting or when you're buying used items. It's just that you never know what you're going to get on any specific day. This bookshop is a combination of new and used books, and I have found some amazing deals there before. I've found some special editions, some completed series, and I really enjoy going there and kind of just seeing what they have that day and some of the great deals that I could find. On this particular day, I found so many amazing deals, so many great finds, which is always so exciting. I definitely have been trying to be more intentional this year when it comes to my book buying. I want to focus obviously on my physical TBR and on my yearly TBR. So there were a lot of things that I was very intrigued by that I would love to read, and I did have to hold myself back a little bit because there were just so many things that were catching my eye, so many great deals. I feel like my reading has been honestly a little bit all over the place so far in February. I've just kind of been starting a lot of books, not really finishing a lot, and just going back and forth, having trouble sticking and focusing with one. I don't know if I'm in a little bit of a reading slump. I think maybe because I did just read a 5-star book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I talked about that in my last video, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to kind of get going again after reading a book that just had such an emotional impact on you. But here are the two books that I picked up from our outing today. Emily Wilde 3, of course. I think this cover is so pretty, and this edition was also signed, which I thought was so much fun. And then I also picked up The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, which is a book on my 2025 TBR. I did get curious, and I did read the first couple of chapters, and I do think that I am going to love this book. I'm really excited to read it, and that will definitely be a focus. I'm thinking this spring. It feels like a very spring book to me. Of course, I had to focus the rest of my afternoon on starting Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. It's been a couple of days since I filmed this, and now as I sit recording this voiceover, I have gotten about halfway through this book. I've also been reading Uprooted by Naomi Novik, and I've really been enjoying that as well. But I can tell you that this is probably and very likely to be a 5-star read for me. I'm just absolutely obsessed with this series, and it feels so good to be back in this world. I feel very fresh from it because I did recently do a reread in January and February of the first 2 books in this series, and so I've just been so excited for this third one to come out. I'm so happy to be back in the world and back with the characters. A little bit sad as well. I think that sadness that always comes with approaching the end of a series that you just absolutely love. This is the last installment in this trilogy, which I'm so sad about, but I can definitely see myself rereading this series so many more times in the years to come. is the next day, and I have a little book package to share with you. I recently did go through and order some things from Pango because I have some Pango bucks from my big book on haul. I picked up the physical copy of House and Salt and Sorrow by Erin A. Craig. I really enjoyed this. I read it recently from the library, and I just wanted a physical copy of it because I do have other Erin A. Craig books that I've read and loved, and I really enjoy this series. Later that day, I met up with a friend at our favorite local coffee shop, which was really fun, and just caught out for a little bit. And then on the way home, I decided to stop by Trader Joe's to pick up a couple of things because I have some baking that I want to do. I feel like baking is one of my hobbies that I've been kind of lacking a bit recently, and I miss it. I love baking. I think it's so much fun, and especially around the holidays, I love to do like little festive bakes, and it was Valentine's Day week, so I wanted to do something special for that. In honor of Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to bake some little heart-shaped macarons. I am absolutely obsessed with macarons. I mean, that is the reason why my channel is named after them, because I just love them so much. Everything about them. They're my favorite sweet treat to eat, but I also just love baking them. I don't think I am a particularly good baker. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I do feel like macarons are the thing that I have the most experience with just because I've made them so many times. I will definitely make sure to link down below the recipe that I'm using. I've used it a couple of times now, and I think it's definitely the easiest macaron recipe that I've found. And it works really well too. This batch turned out super yummy and delicious, super cute too. I think this year I have decided to try and make some seasonal festive macarons for every holiday because I just think it's so much fun. I made some for Christmas time, obviously now it's Valentine's Day, and I think it's just a fun way to celebrate the holidays. I think it's a very customizable sweet treat. You can make them into all different shapes and colors, so I think it would be a fun little challenge to celebrate the holidays this year by making different seasonal macarons. Anyway though, that is pretty much it for this video. I know it is a little bit shorter than some of my other vlogs, but I had a lot of fun doing a bit more of a day in my life type style video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a very nice and loving Valentine's Day, and I will see you in my next video very soon.